What's up, guys? This is Day6. We were just talking to Zach on the Zach Sang Show about everything Day6. Check it out.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Hello, beautiful human. We welcome to the studio. Day6.
Yay! Thank you for having us.
Yes. Right, can we go around the little cluster here and can you guys introduce yourselves?
Okay.
Let's do it.
하나 둘 셋. 안녕하세요 데이식스입니다.
Oh.
That was a Korean introduction to our team.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello guys, we are Day6.
Yes.
That's a translation.
Um,
Okay, hi, this is Young K. Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Hello. This is Doon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Jay. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Wonpil. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Sungjin. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, we got a lot to dive into here.
Yes.
One, are you a rock and roll group?
Are we? We do play the genre of rock and roll, so yes.
Yes,
we
we
are a
are.
rock and roll group.
What do we think of the rock? Is rock alive right now in 2019?
Rock is always alive. Rock is always alive. Music in general is always alive somewhere.
I totally agree with that, but like live instruments, they're not as popular as they once were.
Are they not?
I don't. Hey.
Oh, man.
I'm the guy who's like begging for people to bring live instruments back.
Okay, well, we got you. We got you. We got you for
There's
sure.
Day6.
Thank you.
But are you K-pop then?
Yes,
I guess we are. We're a little bit of everything.
Now I'm confused already.
But,
It begins.
but here's the deal: you should never be confused when it comes to music because it's expression and it is art, and putting it in any sort of box is kind of wrong. Yeah.
Nice.
That was beautiful. Beautifully said.
Like
Truth.
what? Wow. Thank you. Well, Young K,
Yeah.
you write a lot of the records, and obviously everybody has a role in it. You compose it together, but you are. Is it wrong to say you're the lead lyricist?
Lead lyricist.
Lyricist, yes, maybe, yeah.
Well, so how does a record start for you? Because if we go through some of the songs that you've written, they're really deep, man. Time of Our Life is a great record. It's an anthem.
Yes, it is.
That song in particular, how does it start? Where does it come from?
So it comes from, it's the same for every song, every album. We, like Jay always says, we are just curious kids. We just look for the music that we want to do at that moment. So we don't even know what's going to happen next. So at that moment, we just came up with a track. And so on the track, everyone sings a melody, like randomly, and anything that pops up into your head. And then we just take bits of it, parts of it, and then make it into a whole song. And then on top of that melody, we write lyrics on it.
Whoa. So the records do start with melodies. So you don't start with a topic that you want to write about or a lyric that stands out to you?
It's actually different from song to song. Sometimes we start off with a guitar riff or like bass riff or like drum rhythm or a topic or a lyric or like an expression. It's just different all the time.
I've read online that you see your stage name as like another version of you.
Yes.
Another
I do.
personality.
Yes, I do.
Do you tap into that when you're writing or only when you're performing?
I think there's like a crossover all the time, like even on the stage or like off stage. But I try to keep it separate because the reason why I want to keep it separate is because I want that Young K character to be, as perfect as it can be. Because on the inside, because we're all just human beings, we are never gonna be perfect.
Why does Young K need to be perfect?
I just want to give the best, do the best at what I do.
So when you're writing these records, and a lot of them are personal and they really tap into the reality of so many people, which I think is one of the reasons why they're great. People are imperfect.
Yes, they are.
Right? They are perfect or aren't?
They are not. I think it's almost impossible to be perfect. But I think that imperfection is the perfection of a human being. So
Truth.
yes.
Nice.
When you're writing records, how do you write what you guys want, right? And you create the music that you want in that moment. But are you always writing songs and thinking about like a person or a centralized figure or like how do you view your audience? Do you get what I'm saying? Like when you want to send a message to them or share something with them.
I think what we focus on is like it starts off from what we feel at the moment. Like it's our story in the beginning, and then while we are writing it down, while we are doing the finalization or like in the process, we tend to think more for, are more people gonna be relatable to this what I say, or so if I say something that's too personal and like a feeling that only I can feel, then people who are listening to it might not be able to relate to it. So, but we are singing songs for them. Like we're not singing songs for only ourselves. So I think that's also something that we need to consider. So that's what we do.
So you take like personal stuff and you make it to everybody.
Yes.
Time of Our Life is an anthem, right? So that record, what do you want people to feel after hearing it or while hearing it?
To have fun, like to feel the energy, to have the positive vibe. The song itself is giving them or like describing the situation of a beginning of a relationship or beginning of any kind of a human relationship. But specifically, while we were writing it down, we thought of the moment of the beginning of a concert. Because from our last world tour, we felt like we needed to write more of a concert-fueled music.
Concert-fueled music.
Yeah. To vibe more with the audience, like to have a communication on the stage through music. So I guess this Time of Our Life is the result.
So let's go back to, the most recent album is Story of Us, Gravity. The first project, cohesive project you guys put out is The Day. When you go back to the very beginning to the most recent, what is the biggest difference between those two bodies of work?
Like musically?
Yeah. And even lyrically, you know? What's the difference in the story that you're telling?
I think lyrically, definitely Young Kid could probably provide a better explanation. But musically, I think we got a little bit more comfortable with the studio setting.
Okay.
And especially when you first start creating music, you get in the studio, you're like, I gotta make the perfect song. It has to be right here. I have to hit number one like this. But in reality, that doesn't happen too many times. And then you go into the studio, you come out, you're happy with the results, and you just get used to the process. And then the more you become comfortable with the studio, the more you become comfortable with the mic, how your voice works through the mic, how it sounds when it's mixed and mastered, how instruments sound after you've recorded them. I think you get a feel for how music's gonna turn out before you even finish recording it. So I feel like we definitely got more used to the recording process in general. And even with creating music, how we make melodies is, I think a lot of artists have been using this method. They'll just go in the studio and they'll be like, play me the beat. And just like spit over it for like 3 minutes straight, the whole thing. And they'll be like, okay, let me do it again. They'll do it a couple times and they'll comp it. They'll cut pieces and then they'll put it together and make the song. That's definitely how we did it. And I think in the beginning, we were a little bit more shy because everyone's in the room, they're looking at you and they're like, what's this guy gonna sing, you know? Like there's just that aura there.
It's pressure, man.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pressure. And then the producer sitting there like, you know, he's just like eyeing. He's like, let's see what you got, you know? And then after having done that for a couple years, we got used to it. And now we're just like, as long as the song's good, it doesn't matter if you look dumb while you're singing it. It doesn't matter what you feel like while you're singing it. As long as the process and the final result is good, you're good.
But it's all a part of the process.
Exactly. Exactly.
So comfort.
Comfort. Exactly.
Do you guys work with the same producers project to project, or like is the consistency in the studio the five of you?
The consistency is definitely us, but we do have a couple producers that we like to work with. And I feel like through the years, we've made a connection with them too. So like without even having to say anything before we even start the album, like we're good.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Amazing.
Because then you know each other so well and you feel comfortable to share or do pretty much anything.
Exactly. Stress-free process.
Yeah, when you feel that, like literally anything is possible because you're not being held back by anything.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful human, real quick, I just want to shout out New Chapter. I am so grateful to them. They're helping make this interview possible. New Chapter is a vitamin supplement brand that supports every chapter in your wellness journey. You ready? New Chapter's natural products are formulated to work with your body, and they're made from the finest non-GMO and organic ingredients. They're easy to digest and grounded in proven science. This is not like bull squash. Discover wellness your way and build your custom regimen with supplements that actually work. New beginnings really are possible, and it can start with something as simple as New Chapter's incredible line of products. Find New Chapter at the Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, or at your local health food store, or online, like a part of trusted retailers though, like not not random places. Go to newchapter.com. You can go there for more information, or you can buy it at like Vitacost. Vitacost online. New Chapter vitamins at the Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, and your local health food store. Try it out. It could be for you. Congratulations. Is it true that you wrote 100 songs before you came to that one?
Probably around 100 songs.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
because before debut, we had to go through a training system because there's a process for like Korean entertainment companies, and then when we were formed as a band in the beginning, we were told to, you know what, you guys write your own music. You guys should be good enough or like be able to speak your own story through music. So it took us about how many years? 얼마나 걸렸지?
4 years.
Like 3-4 years
What?
to get to that point.
But by the way, like that's not something that's said to every K-pop group, right? Like a lot of times nobody says. A lot of times you're working with a producer who essentially gives you records, right? In this case, they said, we trust you and we want you to be able to tell your own story, write your own story. Is that pressure, or is that exactly what you've always wanted?
No, we were super thankful for that because, I mean, we're the kind of kids, like Youngkay said, we're curious. And unless our curiosity is satisfied, it's really hard for us to move on to something else. And through the process of being able to write our own music, we get to fulfill our curiosity for whatever we want to do at that point. So that's the only way we're going to move on. And that's just who we are.
What'd you learn during your training that really sticks with you today? And that could be a question for each one of you guys.
연습생 하면서 약간 본인의 남아 있었던 그 뭔가
가장
레슨이던가
큰 가르침, 가장 큰 배움. I would say endurance.
That, by the way, like that's great because I can't even imagine how long the days were.
Yeah, it took about 6 years for me, Seongjin, and Wonpil, right? 6 years. So,
Wow.
but endurance not only like just the time or like for the debut, but endurance and trust that I can do it, I can overcome it. Because during the process, we get taught with a lot of things. For example, singing, dancing, rapping, songwriting, even acrobatics.
Can you do a backflip right now?
I cannot. That's something that I failed in. But like, there was that one moment that I actually did a backflip once. Yeah, just once.
That's impressive,
And then
though.
at that moment, I'm like, you know what? If I like get at it, like I work hard enough, I can do it. I can overcome my fears.
You can overcome anything.
Yes, that's what I learned through the training process.
By the way, an incredible thing to stick with you. And the true thing is, like, if you can make it through that training process, as hard as it is, you really can almost make it through anything.
And that's what I think. And others?
배운 거 가르침.
살아남는 방법. Survival.
The ability to survive. Survival of the fittest.
It is, yeah, because like, right, you're making friends during the training process, and I guess some people bow out, some people continue on.
Yep.
Do you remember when you guys met each other for the first time?
우리 처음 만났을 때. I guess the first time that all 5 of us formed was when Doan came, and that was 3 months before our debut, and then we all finally formed, and we knew we were Day6.
How did you know? Was there like a song? Was there a moment? Was there like a feeling?
I think it's probably different for all the members, but for me personally, it was probably the first time that we got into the band rehearsal room, and then we sat down, we put our instruments together, and then he just played the drums, and I was like, this is it.
Now, you wanted to be a drummer because you wanted to help overcome your shyness? Is that true?
그 너의 그 부끄러움을 이겨내기 위해서 네가 드럼을 시작했다고?
Yes. 맞아요. 맞아요. 예.
Correct.
부끄러움은 이제 뭔가 드럼이 엄청 앞에 있는 포지션도 아니다 보니까 이제 조금 뒤에 있으면서 부담감이 좀 덜 하더라고요. 네. 이거 어떻게 얘기해야 되지?
The drum, he started playing the drums because it's not a position that's straight up in the front,
Yeah.
and therefore he gets less attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it's probably the most important instrument on that stage because you keep the rhythm and you keep the time.
Yeah. I'm so important.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You need to know this.
Yeah.
But also I read that you're the only one with an actual music degree. So you went to like school in addition to training?
학교를
너만 이제 그가 제대로 전공했다고.
Yes, but I'm not good at drum. Yeah, so I have to do the practice more. Yeah.
So the drums didn't come naturally to you.
자연스럽게 너한테 다가온 게 아니라고 드럼이 어려웠다고.
Yeah.
What instrument did you like when you went to go get your degree in music? What did you start wanting to do? Was there an instrument that you were interested in first before the drums?
이제 네가 처음 들어갔을 때 그러면 이제 드럼 말고 다른 그 악기를 하고 싶었던 게 있었니?라고 물어보긴 했는데.
그건 아니고 일단 드럼을 처음에는 단순히 멋있어서 시작했어요. 예.
He originally started the drums because he just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just.
Like how long did you guys practice for?
라이브 공연하면서 그 서로에게 이렇게 기대게 되고 그럴 때가 많잖아.
우리가 이제 팀이라고 느낀 순간.
맞아.
이제 팀이라고 우린 이제 팀이다라고 딱 알게 된 순간이.
연습이 많이
그리고 for
많은 시간이
practice, honestly, if we have to prepare for a concert, it might take long, or just frequently, it might take like an hour or two, but it's just different.
Did they pull you guys all like out of training and assemble you all like as one?
I think it was semi-organically because it was due to the fact I say semi-organically
Yeah.
because we were all under the one label at the time except Tone, right?
Got it.
So, I mean, it's organic, but it's not because we ended up coming together, but we were under one label, so you can't help it because you see each other every day.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone here kind of played instruments here and there.
But he
And,
was the missing ingredient.
He was the
Yes.
missing ingredient. And then he confirmed our debut as Day6.
He did. He really did.
Yeah,
So much pressure,
our key figure.
but not an icon in our midst. It's cool.
Mascot.
What story are you telling with the latest album? Like Story of Us, Gravity. I feel like this is just a chapter in a larger story. I could be wrong, but I mean, what message are you sending in this cohesive body of work?
그 이번 앨범을 통해서 okay. So I guess this is a beginning of our new chapter of our life. So there was, like you said before, there was the day, there was daydream, right? And then there was youth project, every Day6 project. There were different kind of projects, but this one is going to be a new one for us because this is an album after our first world tour. We've been to a lot of places that we haven't gone to, experienced new kind of stuff, and we kind of want to talk about human relationships. And also the vibe has to be definitely inspired from our past experiences, which includes our world tour. So more concert field music.
So talking about human relationships, is it off of existing relationships in your life, or are you telling other people's stories?
Honestly, the stories can be from specifically from me, or somebody from something from our members, or like someone around me, or through the movie, through the book.
It could be
doesn't matter.
anything.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me gather my stuff here because there's a lot to get into. 5 Seconds of Summer loves you guys.
Wow, we love 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yeah.
Honored.
What is the deal here? You want to do a song? Is there going to be a song?
We would love to do a song.
Hopefully.
That would be a great honor for us.
Dude, I'm reading right here that it was they mentioned them. 5 Seconds of Summer mentioned you in July.
Oh, yeah.
So they would want to do a song. I mean, they're pop punk or they rock.
I don't know. We don't really genre-lize music. We just look at music. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like genre-lize?
Genre-lize.
We just
Good
look at
word.
music as music, and they make great music, and we're super fans of them.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if they were ever down for the opportunity, we would be very, very thankful. Just putting that out there.
It is pretty cool. Just the idea of it.
Super cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be a good show. Would you ever do a project where you release a song a month? Did you like doing that?
We did that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Would you do it again? Why'd you like it? Why'd you like it?
Cause that was probably the year. Cause we did it for 1 year. Probably the year that we improved as a band, as a group, as individuals the most. in our life.
Was it because of how frequently you're releasing music?
Mm-hmm. There was also time limit, and there was also pressure, but it was like challenges after challenges. It was like playing a game, and the moments that we like succeed, that
It feels
gave us
great.
yeah, it felt great.
You rose to the challenges.
Yes, we did.
So you want to do it again.
Yeah.
You Do you not feel challenged right now?
We are. Help me.
Okay, one thing I do want to specify is that Young K really did rise to the challenge because as our main lyricist, he had to pump out lyrics for 2 songs every month.
That's wild.
He's great. He's super good. He got super fast during that process, and he really refined himself as a writer.
By
Thank
the way, there's a lot of people that I know, a lot of artists who have come and hung out with us that like they only got really great at writing when they wrote like 100 songs in a year or something. Like when they pushed themselves to just keep going and going and going and going because it is something that you learn as you go.
Mm-hmm.
But the trick is, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you got to take every song seriously.
Of course.
You can't treat one less serious than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you creatively get in a place to write? Do you like have a process before you even enter the studio?
Like I used to go like look for or like wait for. No, I used to wait for inspirations.
Uh-huh.
But then see that project, that time limit didn't allow me to have that enough time.
You had to craft your own inspiration.
I had to go look for it. I had to always be ready with some kind of topics or words or any phrases, anything. So I got this habit through that project to always like write down something if I like it, from everyday life, because I don't want to use wordings. Not for now, but that moment I didn't want to use wordings from too away from our everyday talking phrases.
I get it.
Yeah.
You want it to be conversational. And
Mm-hmm.
do you keep notes on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Do you keep your notes in Korean or English?
If it's a English phrase, I would keep it in English. If it's Korean.
Did you really learn English from watching Shrek over and over again?
You know what I did? Shrek and what else was there? There was Finding Nemo.
Oh.
There was
Classic.
those kind of animations that because I was pretty young, and I needed to repeat it in order to be able to listen to it without the subtitles.
So do you know every word to Shrek right now?
I do not. It's been a long time.
I know every word to the movie.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much. I was a very lonely child. Very, very lonely. Can you break down the meaning behind Shoot Me? The
Pardon?
record?
Yeah.
Shoot Me?
의미.
Tell me the story.
It's like come on, shoot me with your vicious words.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, you know what, go ahead, talk stuff to me,
Talk to me. I'll say it.
and I will take it. That's how it is.
But are you taking this crap that's being thrown at you from somebody you love? Somebody who it's okay to withstand that? Like it's okay that they're
I'm
taking
saying
shots?
that I'm saying that I can take it, because I care about you.
Ah. Is that like from reality or is that crafted from fiction?
You know what? It's it all depends on your imagination. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is a question from Twitter. We cool to take it from Twitter? Twitter people?
Are we?
I mean, I'll give it to you. Her name is Vivian
Let's do it.
MTZ. She says, "What is one thing you want my days to always remember about Day6?"
마이데이 분들이 데이식스에 대해 기억했으면 하는 한 가지.
그냥 우리랑 나중에 멀리 봤을 때 우리랑 같이 나눴던 그런 것들이 다 소중하게 진짜 추억에 남을 수 있는 그런 사람들이었으면 좋겠다.
Wonpil is saying that in the future, we would like our My Days or our fans to be able to look back on the good memories that we had and be able to cherish them.
Cool.
Yeah.
For each of you personally, is there a song that you relate to or connect with the most?
제일 우리 노래 중에서 제일 약간 마음이 커넥션이 되는 노래.
마음이
마이데이랑
아니
마음이
그냥
가는 노래.
그냥 노래. 그냥 노래 중에서.
난 그렇더라고요.
Yeah, 나도 그러라. Dome was saying, "When you love someone," I think that's the song English title.
Got it.
When you love someone, and I personally thought of that too. 왜?
그냥 뭐라 개인적으로 뭔가 들으면 뭉클해져요.
He feels touched when he listens
Yeah.
to it. But also I thought of that too, because "When You Love Someone" is basically a song talking about how if you love someone, you wanna be sad instead of them. You wanna be hurt instead of them. You wanna take all the bad things from them, and you want them to have only good things, good parts. So that's actually that message, 그렇더라고요, is actually written from one of the letters written by our fans.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I kind of took that into made it into a whole lyric, and because I was touched by those words and I related to it.
Do you do that often where you just go through fan mail or letters from people and just kind of soak in their opinions and their thoughts and their feelings?
I guess it takes a big part too, because there are a lot of warm-hearted people out there saying their honest words. It doesn't have to be big words. It's just
It's honest.
anything, and maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously, it affects me and the entire team.
I wonder if do you think that person who wrote you that letter knows that their lyric or their words inspired a lyric?
Probably.
Pretty cool. Somebody on Twitter wants to know, when will there's 2 people missing from Twitter right now. 2 of you guys.
Me and Won't Bill, right?
Are you guys going to join Twitter or no?
트위터 언제 만드는지.
더 재밌어지면은 하고 싶어요.
He says when he feels like he's more fun, he'll make one.
What is Twitter only for the fun?
재밌는 사람들만 하는 건지.
어?
트위터가 재밌는
재미를
사람들만-
위해서만 하는 거.
재밌죠. 네, 지금 멤버들 하는 거 보면 되게 재밌어 보여요.
He said it looks fun from the way that we're doing it right now.
You don't want to have fun? Are you like are you a not fun guy? Are you
재미없는 사람이.
지금은 전 인스타그램에 충실하고 있기 때문에
His focus is on our Instagram.
that's more like opportunity for aesthetics, right? Like photos.
보이는 거에 포커스 맞춰져 있는.
제가 말을 잘 못할 것 같아가지고
He doesn't believe in his ability to speak or type well, so he's just focusing on the pictures for now.
Pictures, they speak a trillion words, okay?
오.
That's what I hear.
그 사진은 몇 억의 그
단어랑
단어를.
단어라고.
Oh,
Thank you.
deep stuff.
Yeah, the deepest. Why aren't you on Twitter? You actually are good with words.
Actually, no. Honestly, I am not a great talker. I am not. I'm really not. I have to think a lot, and I'm scared to make mistakes. I'm a guy with a lot of fears, and not only from that, but it's just, I'm focusing on Instagram too.
You're a guy with a lot of fears. But I don't know. Like you take all those emotions and those feelings, and you focus them into lyrics that are really incredible.
Thank you.
Do you feel like when you sing these lyrics and you write these lyrics easier for you than having a normal conversation with somebody?
Sometimes, yeah. I think that because you have enough time to think about it. You have enough time to fix it. But when you're having a conversation, when you spit out a word, you can't take it back. So, yeah.
Have you ever sent a message to somebody in your life through a song instead of actually having a one-on-one conversation with them?
To my days, it's really difficult to have a one-on-one conversation. It's hard to have that kind of chance, and thankfully there's a lot of them. So I guess I am putting a message out there. For example, there's a song called "For Me." It's about a song singing a song for me. Like I've been neglecting you. I'm talking to the person in the mirror.
You're talking to yourself.
Yes, I am. So you know what? From now on, I'm going to accept you. I'm going to get to know who you are. So I want to send out those kind of positive vibes, positive messages.
When you're writing that song, does that help you understand yourself better? Does that help you deepen your connection with yourself?
It definitely did. It because it came from what I thought of. So by writing that, I also found out that I have like the good things that I've done to myself so far, and also the bad things. Like for example, trying to hide some fears or whatnot. Yeah.
I get it. But it's not until you're writing that song until you actually acknowledge it, and
It does help me by having that process.
it's like healing almost, or
I guess, yeah.
you learn stuff about yourself.
Hmm.
What's the biggest thing that you all have learned since the beginning of this entire journey? Because it's been a wild one that's not over. You know, it could go on forever. Your music will definitely live on forever, but the journey is far from over.
데이식스의 시작부터 지금까지 배운 제일 큰 점.
가장 큰 배움 같은
뭘까?
많지 근데 일단은 우리가 그 가져야 할 목표가 나는 되게 달라진 것 같은데 맨 처음에는 높은 것만 봤었는데 그게 다가 아니라는 거.
His goals changed. In the beginning, he only looked at things that were higher up, but now I guess he widened his horizon for his goals.
I get that. So like, your goals aren't like the. I don't know. I'm trying to understand because I see it. I understand it. Like you set your sights on something so high or so big or so like grandiose.
쳐다보다가
As you succeed and you progress in life, like sometimes it's the easier things that kind of make you the most happy.
위로 갈수록 그 위에 있는 것들보다 여기 앞에 있는 것들도 행복하게 할 수 있다는 걸 알게 된다는.
그치.
He says yes.
Yeah.
He says yes.
I get you. How about you guys? Anybody else? Biggest thing you've learned?
I mean, there's a lot of things, but I feel like maybe one thing that we've all learned in common is probably brotherhood. And the fact that, you know, like you were saying before, we learn to lean on each other, because I feel like groups are made to cover weaknesses, to make something perfect, right? And, you know, when someone's feeling sick one day, someone could take over a line. When someone's not feeling something someday, someone else could take over. And because we have 5 people or 4 other people that we could lean on, we become the system that works, and that works very fluidly.
Yeah, you work together for each other.
Yeah.
And you lean on each other, and it's like a family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild to think about how much time you guys have spent together
Right.
over the last few years.
Yeah.
Right.
You've definitely seen things that you probably never wanted to see in each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but that's called human life, right? Like,
Right.
same thing with any family.
Hmm.
You know, you see your family in your house from all different angles.
Right.
Right.
You really get to know them.
Hmm.
It's really cool.
Do you guys forget your lyrics often?
Sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
Yeah, people on Twitter were asking why you guys always forget the lyrics.
I'm sorry.
You know what I think that started though? I think that started with that project that we were talking about, 2 songs every month. And then when you're doing that and you're adding 2 songs to the set list, because we had a concert every month too.
Oh my god,
And then
it's a lot
that
of music.
so at the end we had 25 songs that we added, and we were just like, they get jumbled. Things happen, you know? And like yeah, I think that's what happened.
It's a lot of songs you're adding to a set. I give you credit for even remembering half the lyrics.
It's really hard.
So what do you do when you're like mid song and you can't remember the words?
Thankfully, there's a monitor
Prompter?
that has prompter. Yeah, there's
Prompter.
has lyrics on it. Thank you.
As you look up to the teleprompter god.
Thank you.
Okay, Jay,
Yes.
music wasn't going to be your original purpose, right?
Right. It's just something that just kind of happened.
Political science was going to be your thing.
That's what I wanted to do. I can't say it was gonna be my thing, but that's definitely what I wanted to do.
What within that? Like, did you see yourself as a politician?
I mean, I was kind of young at the time, and I didn't realize that there were certain things in life that you needed to become a politician. and that I might not have fit that criteria, but I was still hopeful. I was dreaming. I was at that phase in high school where everyone's like, I'm gonna be a president, I'm gonna be in NASA. And I was like, I'm gonna be in the UN someday. And
You still can.
I mean, I'm not sure if I can. Do I fit the criteria?
Yeah. By the
But
way,
you-
civil servants and people who spark change are normal human beings, just like you and I.
This is my thing though. To be an ambassador for America, you have to be born in the America in the United States.
Probably.
I wasn't born in the United States.
Well, you could be an ambassador for another country.
I mean, hopefully someday.
Never say never.
Never say never.
But so when did you know music was going to be your thing? And what pushed you in that direction?
I think music was just kind of one of those things that like I was saying, when you're younger, you dream really big. Everyone in elementary school is saying, I'm gonna be the president one day, I'm gonna be in space one day, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a veterinarian. And you know, that was just kind of one of my things because I like singing in the car. I like driving my mom crazy on the car rides back and forth from school, just belting in the car. My mom's just like, please silence. But like, I mean, it was just like one of those things that all the kids dream about. And then, so I did like videos on like social media back in the day, and that was my thing, like my hobby to get rid of stress. I would just play the guitar that my dad left in my room and just be like, la 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 la. It was just there.
Would you do covers?
Yeah, I did covers. I did covers on YouTube for a while. And then that was just like it was a hobby.
And did you get found or did you go and audition?
I actually went on an audition for a Korean audition program.
Cool.
And then through that, I kind of just found myself in Korea one day. That's what happened.
Boom.
And your parents were like, wow, the one thing I told you to stop doing is not going to pay you?
That was interesting, yeah. That was definitely what happened.
Yeah, because you have to have a conversation with your parents and be like, okay, so like I'm not going to go to school anymore.
Right.
And seek a political science degree because you went to school here in LA.
Yeah, I went to CSUOB.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that's hard to get here and to do all that. So then to have the conversation with your parents that like
Right.
you're going to leave it all behind.
I think for the most part, my parents were a little bit supportive, definitely. At least in the beginning when they thought it would be like a phase in my life, a growing period, you know, where I go overseas and learn about maturing and becoming an adult. And then they realized that it was going to be a real career and they were like, And that's when it started.
Even now, look at you. What do your parents think now?
I mean, they still really want me to come back to the States and get a career and finish my degree and all that stuff.
But like Day6.
I know. They think Day6 is awesome, but they would also like me
To get a
to get an
college.
education. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, like my mom is the exact same way. I did
word?
not finish college, and at least once every 2 weeks, my mom goes, you know, there's that. You can start taking night classes.
Sir,
Yeah,
I feel you. Sir. Handshake.
yeah,
Sir.
right there. Because it's wild. Like, how much more do I need to do? What else do you want from me?
Definitely feel you.
Music coming. I mean, you release music so often. Are you in a constant writing creation period, or do you kind of like look at your year and like set aside time to create, or are you always?
I think we're always writing. We don't ever stop writing. That's the thing. Like we were talking about curiosity before, and our last form of curiosity led us to Page of Our Lives, or what's called in English? I keep forgetting.
Time of our life.
Time of Our Life.
Yeah.
I remember the Korean title. That's why. Lyrics. But so I guess we're just searching for the next thing right now, and we're always writing
Constantly.
constantly.
Is it hard to record a record in English? Because you have a few that are all English.
Right. I think it's a little different.
Is it hard to translate the lyrics?
I think it's different though, because especially try to take Korean lyrics, and there's gonna be Korean culture and American culture, and it's different. They don't mesh together
yeah.
sometimes, and there's things that don't translate.
Like just the words, but the overall story resonates the same way. And when I was looking at the
Right.
translation, the overall story seems to be the same,
Right.
but some words are different.
Right.
Is it hard to record those records? Like, is it hard to phonetically break it down? Do you have to, like, what is that process like? Does somebody work with you on it? Or is it
Oh no. Oh, our members are pretty good at English,
everybody can, you?
and the pronunciation is pretty. The no was perfect.
I'm seeing eyes. Yeah, the no was perfect.
The no was perfect.
This is the greatest no I've ever heard.
They have great
They
pronunciation.
have really good
that's
pronunciation.
for
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about?
sure. No, they do. They really do.
Yeah.
5 Seconds of Summer, we're going to put that out into the universe, maybe a collaboration there. Happy 4-year anniversary that just passed.
Thank you.
Yes, 4
4 years. years. What are you doing over there, Dan? I feel like you want to be a member of this group.
I would love to.
Would you like to join?
Yeah, can I be this? I'll take the little gap in the back.
Let's do it.
That's for me.
I think it's pretty cool that, like, I don't know, one, that you guys are here in the United States,
Right.
sharing your music with the world. Is it wild to see? I mean, obviously, K-pop is not new. To a lot of people now, they feel
Right.
like it is new, but it is so not new. But what does it feel like knowing that your music is being so widely and passionately accepted here in the States?
I mean, I think just overall, we're just really thankful for the reaction that we've gotten. And we would like to assume, if it is safe to assume, that we have gotten a positive reaction thus far, checking from the concerts. Like we were saying, in our last album, we were really focused on making a little bit more of concert-fueled music. We wanted to make music that we could vibe better with the crowd in during like live concerts, live sets. And we put that to the test this time during this tour. And we really feel like we're connecting a little bit better due to the songs that we've written. So we're just really thankful and happy. Yeah.
Cool. Do you all live together in a house?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Do you have like you have your own separate bedrooms?
5 rooms.
Whoa. 5 bathrooms? Or do you share bathrooms?
Share
2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms.
Oh, who's the worst person to share a bathroom with?
가장 화장실을 같이 쓰기 싫은 사람.
도훈이가 진짜 오래 씻어.
One piece said Toon takes the longest to wash.
You take long
Yeah, he
showers.
does.
Struggle in the morning.
I understand. I get it.
Now, speaking of bathrooms, people love to talk about your skin. Everybody says you guys have great skin, what you do.
되게 우리 피부가 좋다고 다들 그렇게 얘기한다고.
Some do.
따로 하는 거 있는지.
하나도 안 해요.
He says we do
화장품을
nothing.
평소에 잘 안 해.
You're just naturally that beautiful.
그냥
I don't think I
내추럴하게
have.
그렇게 아름답냐고.
Do you say you don't think you are?
I don't think I have a great skin, but like this guy does, and he does, and all the other members do.
You look great.
You are radiating beauty, my friend.
Makeup done.
That's the secret.
Yes.
Makeup. My secret is put a mask on.
Yeah.
Oh, do you do the face masks?
Oh no, like I'm talking like a bag over my.
Oh, okay. So different route. Gotcha.
Yeah. Cover my. I mean, I should probably do face masks.
Wow.
I want to. I always see those on Instagram, like the ones that look like animals.
Right, they're kind of fun.
Yeah, you
They're
do
kinda
that.
fun.
You've done them.
Not the animal ones, but the regular ones. Yeah.
You have a good glow. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like the right shine.
You have a great aura too.
That-
I love your grammar usage.
Thank you. Wow. I'm blushing.
Oh, I did have a question.
You can't ask those here.
Oh, well, does your company have a big say over what you do now, or do you guys kind of have the freedom now to do whatever you want?
Music-wise,
Music-wise, how you look, the vision, and everything.
so what's interesting about our album is how we come up with the album is we'll get together and over a period of time we'll write like 25, 30, 40, like however many songs, and then we'll submit them, and then the company will like help us monitor what to
if-
put in the album.
Okay, but what if like you guys really like a song and they don't? Will you fight for that song, or is it kind of like?
I don't think we've had a situation like
No.
that, but if we ever did, I feel like they would be cool with it.
Okay.
I don't think they'd have a problem. Yeah.
Sunjin, you were I'm reading in my little packet here that you were the star vocalist and that your JYP vocal coach had nothing to teach you.
No way.
No way.
절대 아니에요.
He says
He
no.
said
He says
definitely
it's
not.
definitely not. Yeah.
진짜 노래는 사실 하면 할수록 조금 더 어려운 것 같아서 뭔가 조금 그 장르에 따라서도 노래 불러야 되는 그 창법이나 이런 것들도 다 달라서 사실 배워야 될 게 더 많은 것 같아요 아직.
He said the further you dive into vocals, the deeper it gets and the harder it gets to understand really. Because you start understanding that the spectrum is wider than you originally thought it was.
Oh yeah. And is that the craft for you, figuring out how far and how wide you can go with your vocals and how you can challenge yourself? Like because you're right, like you could do anything with your voice.
어디까지 갈 수 있는지 그 보컬에 대해서 얼마나 알 수 있는지 가는 게 본인의 일인 것 같냐고.
아니 그냥 하는 게 재밌어.
He just finds joy in
Yeah.
practicing and doing it.
Is there one person who takes on lead vocals, or do you separate all the lines? Does everybody sing?
Yeah.
Everyone sings, but
We
he
do.
is our lead vocalist,
Main vocalist.
main vocalist,
Leader.
leader.
Is it hard singing somebody else's lyrics?
다른 사람의 가사를 부르는 게 힘든지.
Sometime. Yeah. Sometime. But 최대한 노력해.
but he tries his hardest.
Yes.
Do you have a process for yourself on how you can make these lyrics your own?
그 가사를 내 거로 만드는 프로세스가 있는지.
그 감정을 최대한 많이 읽으려고 하고 그리고 그 감정이 내가 모르는 감정이라고 하더라도 그거랑 almost 비슷한 거의 비슷한 그 감정으로 가져가려고
He
노력한다.
tries to absorb the emotions from the lyrics, and even if he doesn't have something that's spot on, he tries to get something similar and mash them together.
Yes.
Got it. Because you still need those emotions to sell the story.
그
Yes.
감정이 필요하잖아.
Yeah. 그럼.
I'm also reading, or I was reading before, that you weren't, instruments wasn't your thing at first, but you forced yourself to learn an instrument?
악기 원래 안 배웠었는데 이제 악기를
The acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
You felt like you had to learn it so you could be equal to everybody, even though you had the stellar vocals?
그 형이 악기를 쳐야겠다고 막 마음 먹게 됐는지 뭐 이런
그 통기타.
아니요. 너 회사에서 시켰어. 사실 밴드를 만들겠다고.
Because of the formation of the band,
Yes.
the company told him that he should probably play the acoustic guitar. Because he was originally playing the Callan, so.
He used to be the percussionist.
Yes.
Oh,
근데
team, yeah.
지금 생각해 보면 기타 치기를 잘했어.
But now that he thinks about it, he's really happy that he learned the
Yeah.
acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
good fingers.
Hard.
It was. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
엄청 어려워. Yes.
It was really hard. He
Yeah,
says.
really hard.
I think he started learning guitar 몇 달 전에 데뷔 몇 달 전에 시작했지?
3 months.
진짜로?
Yeah.
about like
3
3-4
months before
months
debut.
before the debut.
Wow.
He worked really hard on
Really
it.
grinding.
And he's like doing solos now.
Wow.
Baller.
멋있는 사람.
You-
Not yet.
There's always more to learn and always more to grow, right?
더 배울 게
그렇죠.
있고.
Yes.
You kind of got to keep telling yourself that too, so you don't get too comfortable.
Right. 너무 편해지지 않게 그런 걸 계속 머릿속에서 돌리면 좋다고.
근데 매번 할 때마다 난이도가 올라가서 사실 그렇게 편해질 수가 없어.
But every time he attempts something new, the level gets harder,
Uh-huh.
so he never really has time to get comfortable.
Yeah.
A blessing and a curse. Day
꼭
6.
빠져줘.
Love you guys. Big fan of the music, truly and deeply. I listen to a lot of it because you have a lot of records out there.
Thank you.
It is wild to go through your catalog. And I thank the people at Apple Music for putting together like a beautiful, like they've set up like a, you need to listen to this, like it's like 25 songs or 30 songs, and they're like must listen tos. And I've gone through them all a couple times. You guys tell really great stories, and I think the live instruments are deeply missing in music. So please keep it coming. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're really special.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you guys. When you look real quick, I mean, when you look at your American equivalent, do you see Fall Out Boy? Do you see 5 Seconds of Summer? Panic at the Disco? I mean, all people, by the way, who they stand for so much in music.
Right.
I see them. I mean, my personal experience being a fan of all those groups, they represent like the outcast. They represent somebody who might be misunderstood. They represent what they represent to humanity and to culture is so much bigger.
Right.
And that's what rock and roll is and pop punk is. So do you see yourselves as the Korean equivalent of a Fall Out Boy?
I wouldn't say equivalent, but we just feel like we hope that one day our curiosity for music leads us to be as great as they are. Because they're definitely some of our role models.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, they sing songs and create music for that person who really does feel like left out or misunderstood.
Right.
And that stuff has power.
Yeah.
Final thought, Dan, you got anything?
So you guys aren't dancers.
We try to dance sometimes, but we're not too good at it. Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
isn't our thing.
By the way, like you don't need to dance. You dance when you feel it, okay?
Right.
Exactly.
They don't need choreography to dance.
Well, no, they
bro.
also play instruments, so I was assuming they're not doing these big dance routines on stage if they have instruments in their hands.
Yeah.
They're doing these giant choreographed routines with guitars strapped to their
The
bodies.
guitar tosses.
Yeah. You dance behind the drums. But I also read that like you all think that he's the cutest.
He's a fluff ball.
He is.
He's a very interesting character in our team. He meshes us together.
Icon.
Icon.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
See that?
He said, "Thank you, icon." What makes him iconic?
I don't know. He's just kind of become a mascot of our team. Just everything about him, his friendly aura. He just has a pull to people.
I think I'm pure.
Wow. Okay.
Pure.
Thinks he's pure. I
By the
agree.
way, purity goes a long way, but purity is also very deep.
Thank you.
Thank you for your purity. Day6, everybody.
goodness.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Hey, beautiful human. Thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot. So we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.